So, I think we had enough with, Mr. Fabio. Salute to Fabio. I would definitely recommend it. Definitely drop the dope album. Now, the next album, we're going to have a little bit of mixed reviews on this one. So this next album is Melt My Eyes, See Your Future by Denzel Curry. Now, I had vaguely heard of Denzel. Like, I knew who Denzel Curry was. I knew him from, I was familiar with him from, because the XXL would always have the the freshman list every year. And I remember he was on the 2016 freshman list. It was Denzel Curry, Lil Yachty, Lil Uzi Vert, Kodak Black, and 21 Savage. That's when I first came. That was the first he came into my ear, and I remember because they would always do the freestyles. Like, they started doing the freestyles and uploading them, so you see them in the ciphers. And Denzel Curry kicked it off on that cipher, and I thought he had the best verse. And that was the first time I had heard him. I'm like, oh, this dude is nice. This dude could flow. It was like, I never followed up on it, and I never I didn't go actively, I'm gonna go listen to this guy's music. I had heard him here and there, but it wasn't like I'm actively searching for him. Somebody had recommended me his new album because it had just come out, and they're like, oh, this is really dope. You gotta listen to this. This is like album of the year type shit. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna listen to it. And I actually enjoyed it. Denzel can spit. He can definitely spit. He can definitely spit. I definitely give him props because he can spit. And the first two songs, the first four songs, Melt Session, Walkin', Worst Comes to Worst, and John Wayne, I was rocking with all those. I could see why. Sir, you know what? I'm handing it off to LB because I know LB has a different opinion. I'll circle back to mine. I want to hear what LB got to say.
Oh wow, no, like you could have. I'm just here burning, chilling, listening to you, nigga. Like you could have kept going, but
that's a hell of a segue though, because you went 1 minute you're going, oh, I enjoyed something, but let's get LB stuff.
Yeah, I guess
this nigga just put me on the spot. Like,
I mean, it's okay. I'll finish it.
I'm good. I can put it out now. Gotta be ready now. You can maybe sit up in the chair now.
All right, cool. I'll circle back.
Because I heard this album today, this morning, from Denzel Curry. Never really, I've heard the name vaguely, but he probably was on the cover of the XL magazine. I remember, but I guess Kodak and the other niggas, that was a loaded ass class of niggas, so he just kind of fell to the wayside. But I hear his name every so often. Never really checked for his music. Dude could definitely spit. He could definitely rap. He's talented. Overall, the album, the beats are cool. Some of them stand out more than others. But honestly, it just came off like a bunch of lyrical rambling to me. Just a bunch of abstract lyrical rambling. Like, every now and then it comes all together and it'll sound great. And a perfect example of that is like Walking, which I thought is an amazing song. Mm-hmm. But you only get that type of amazing feeling once or twice, to me personally, when I heard the album. Like, that was the highest of the high on that album for me.
And that was the second track.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was the second track.
But that's how it is sometimes. And sometimes you'll literally get the best deal or the best thing will come to you early. And sometimes people be like, well, I'm gonna keep looking. And some people realize shit, I wanted to sell this shit for damn $500. And the very first person came up to me offering $2,500. Yeah, if I'm really gonna try to sell this all day, I would just take this $2,500 and be done.
Foul out the game early.
Yeah, and to me that was his $2,500. Had me kind of hyped because the Melton, the first song was alright, was cool. I'm like, alright, I wasn't really a fan of the beat. But Walking was amazing. I think the only other song on there I felt like that was let me look at the playlist now. The X-Wing.
Yeah, X-Wing
Yeah.
was what I think was one of my. I think it was probably my second favorite song on there.
X-Wing is definitely up there.
And I'm trying to think, maybe John Wayne was dope.
John Wayne was dope.
And that might be about it for me. Everything else was just like yawn. Like it's just a bunch of just. I mean, the dude clearly has rapping ability, but like the difference between him and Fabio, like Fabio put it in a way where he puts more emotion and more energy into every song, so he kind of makes you care about what he's saying. Whereas Denzel, he kind of comes and goes with the energy. I don't know if it's a Florida thing because Kodak be doing the same shit. Like niggas that be damn sounded like the rebirth of damn Tupac and Big L one day, and then the next day they're like, the energy is not there. So, and he does different looks. He try to be creative on the album, and just like I wouldn't recommend it. Like if you like all that abstract lyrical type of rambling and just it sounds artistic and poetic and creative, if you one of them niggas, y'all niggas know who y'all are. Like it ain't no diss. It's just if you listen to that type of shit, you'll probably be blown away, and it might be for you. But for me, it's like, because the thing about niggas like this, like, and I guess that's what separates the people who really like are the great at their style. They could give you a Walking and X-Wing multiple times, where some people they can only give you that maybe once or twice. And I felt like a guy like Fabio, he's able to give you his best several times, and this album is more like this nigga, he reached a pinnacle, and it's like he can't bring that shit back. But like I don't know, like I know y'all niggas probably love this shit, so
I enjoyed it. I'll circle back around to me again.
Yeah.
All the songs that you liked, I definitely liked. Like Walking, especially like the beat flip. When the beat flip, like I always like enjoy a good beat flip, and he killed it on when it flipped.
That 3-6 energy, I love that shit. Like,
yep.
The whole song went masterpiece after that.
Yep. John Wayne was dope. I enjoyed the first song, Melt Session. And you know, there was some good tracks, but there was also some like the only thing I'll say, and I enjoyed Troubles. I'm like, okay, like, because usually I get tired of T-Pain. I feel like I'm just T-Pained out. But I actually enjoyed that T-Pain track.
Yeah, that's the commercial track. That's the track that you want to, give an album a look, since it's T-Pain.
Yeah. The Smell of Death, X-Wing, Angels, those are all dope songs. The production to me was kind of hit or miss. Like sometimes I just felt like I'm like zoning out on the production. I'm just like, okay. Like, so I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Like I felt like sometimes like what he was doing like didn't fit with the beat. Like the beat.
He didn't know what he wanted to do. Like this nigga wanted to make an updated mid-90s album.
Would you call a Tribe Called Quest?
Yeah. This Tribe Called Quest ass sounding shit. Like if somebody was like, "You gonna add some trap to like some Q-Tip beats and gonna have a nigga do some lyrical miracle shit," and here we go. It works sometimes.
No, it does work sometimes. I think my other biggest knock is I felt that the features for the most part were just forgettable and just like, why are these people even on here? They're not doing anything. Like even like Ain't No Way, which has JID on there, and I'm a big JID fan. He's dope, but it was just like didn't do anything. Like he had a whole bunch of other dudes, 6 Lack, dope. It's just like they weren't doing anything. It was just like it was like 4 or 5 people on there and nobody did anything.
Yeah, like that was the posse track, right? Like,
yes, that was the posse.
Yeah, that shit was weak. Like I'm like, how you got all these niggas and then like no one went off? Like, and the beat wasn't even that great either.
Yes, it was interchangeable forgetfulness, like forgettableness. It was just like, but otherwise I enjoyed it. He definitely brought it lyrically, so I would recommend it. What about you, Pat? What you think?
I mean, like I said, I actually like shit like this. So this is where this is why I differ from LB. You know what I'm saying? But I can, I definitely agree that the production was somewhat hit or miss on this shit. Especially for one thing that kind of pissed me off though was the smell of death, because I thought that was probably one of the best beats on there, but it was so fucking short. It was produced by Thundercat, who's underrated as fuck. Thundercat's one of the few niggas that actually brings the funk back into music. So ever since I heard him on that Chris Rock special. But I was like, damn, that song could have actually really been something if that shit wasn't like a minute and a half. Yeah. But yeah, Walking was dope. X-Wing was dope. The Eyez was actually my favorite track, my favorite song on the whole album. Like, I thought that shit was dope.
Wow.
Angels.
Which one?
The Eyez, the last track.
Oh yeah.
But like I said, in the T-Pain, like I said, Troubles, like I said, it was good for what it was. I mean, it wasn't like I said, it wasn't anything. You had to have someone on there that people actually knew. So. That's what it is. But I mean, lyrically, I thought he was fine. Lyrically, he had bars, like it wasn't struggling or anything like that. But yeah, I get what you guys were saying, that sometimes he didn't seem like he didn't know what to do with the beat, so he just spat something in. It was like pretty much throwing something at the wall, hoping it sticks. You know what I mean? That's the type of shit I could see that. But yeah, I mean, because this was like the first. I mean, I've heard Denzel Curry, but this was the first album that I really sat down and actually listened and like zoned out. I was like, okay, this was I was fucking with it. It's like, I didn't have to give this a car test, but I could see myself playing it again, like just zoning out and seeing zoning out as I'm driving somewhere or something like that. So I definitely would be fucking with. I definitely would recommend this to anybody. And most likely, definitely like, okay, Denzel Curry just now on my list of young rappers that I can I might revisit some of their other albums and anticipate any future releases.
And see, that's the thing. I think for me, I think it does play a part when it's like you're coming on to a new artist that you know who he is, but you've never really like listened to his work. So it's like the abstract rap, like the rapping, because he can rap so well. I think that was the first thing I was judging him off. Like, how does this dude rap? Like, how does he rap on songs? And so like that part was enjoyable for me for the most part. But like, it might be a thing where it's like I'd have to listen to other stuff from him and see if it's anything like different or if it's just like the same thing over and over. Because he's released albums before this, so it's like, but I've never listened to him. So if I listened to those and it was like this, I'd probably just be like, oh, same thing, yada yada. But because you never know what you're getting with a lot of lyrical rappers, like they'll do the same thing over and over again sometimes.
Yeah, and then most artists do that anyway.
Yes. But for lyricism, I've noticed like for a lot of people, it only goes so far with people. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, you could rap, but what else? So I enjoyed it though. So, what would you rate it, LB?
I'd give it a 5.
Okay.
Cause it's just straight down the middle. Cause the thing is, if you could rap at his level, I don't want to I can never call something trash or below mid, below average. If you display rapping at that level, I feel like he didn't really offer much for someone else like me to fuck with it. Like, and another thing, I think a guy like B.O.B. does his style better.
Really?
Yeah. I fucks with B.O.B. B.O.B. is dope. Like, he didn't put out fire music. Like, and he makes like mainstream collabs. he's one of these rapping lyrical niggas, but it's not rambling and it's more contained in a direction. Like like this album, like it needed more direction. Like at one point it feels like, because I do like some of that, like I'm a hip hop head, man. I do like and respect some of the older shit like Tribe Called Quest and De La Soul. Like I grew up on some of that shit, so I fucking with it when people know how to really pay homage to the style and really know what they're doing with it. Whereas this shit is like, it's like you trying to be, it's like it almost sounds like some B.O.B. like trap shit. Then it's like it's trying to be like some auto tune shit. Then it's some 90s hieroglyphic shit.
Hey, hieroglyphics was dope though.
Yeah, like, but I'm saying it's like you trying to do all these shit and you ain't killing not one thing though. And just we know you can fucking rap. But it's like I look at shit like the whole picture, like how good is the music you make with your rapping? Like I appreciated some of the vibe. It took me back. It kind of reminded me of. I don't know. You got to be a real hip hop nigga to know this album. Mountain Brothers.
Well, damn. Well,
like,
damn.
Yeah. So that's like, that's a random, but it has certain vibe like that. They album, I think it was called Self. Like I might re-listen to that. That might be a retro shit. Like I'm about to, because I remember enjoying that shit back then.
Well, hold up. Triple Crown was one of their albums, right? I think it was. Yeah, I think that because I remember hearing Triple Crown once a while back.
If it wasn't Self, it was Galaxies, or Galaxies was dope. But like it kind of reminded me of that whole vibe, But the thing is, the Mountain Brothers, their whole vibe was like they could rap, but they weren't trying to rapidy rap impressive. They rapping, they was creating vibes and songs. Whereas I feel like Denzel, like he's trying to create vibes, but at the same time he's like trying to show you, like, yo, I'm rappity rapping, rap, nigga. Like, check me out. It's like, look, I can jump on some damn 90s beats and vibes too. And it's like
kind of
nigga, like, are you B.O.B. or are you Joey Badass? Which one is it?
I was just gonna say he actually, like, to me he's a bit similar, like with rapping, like he's a down south Joey Badass to me. And I like Joey Badass, so that's not a diss. Like I like Joey Badass, but I could see like that type of lane. So, it's dope.
Yeah, and I just look at it like, damn. I'd rather just listen to B.O.B. than if you're gonna be a down south Joey Badass. Like, so you get what I'm saying. So
no, I get
that's
that.
my vibe. It's a vibe. I don't regret listening to it because I was able to listen to Walking, which is amazing. And that's what really pretty much saved it from being a 4. Like, and his rapping a bit. Like, the beats ain't bad. It's just direction and it got too many damn dead air, Andre Ward ass type of round songs. Like,
oh Lord.
Yeah, like vanilla songs. Like, you gotta lean towards something. Cause when this dude put aggression in his music, he sound better. Like, I would lose all this fucking old school Mountain Brothers, De La Soul, Tribe Called Quest shit. Like, seriously, like, unless if you're gonna do that, then do a whole album of that shit and just master that vibe. Cause he's not to the level where he can put both together and make that shit just be cohesively dope. At least to me. Like, maybe it sounds that way to others, but from y'all opinions, it sounded like he was struggling with that aspect. But I know y'all like the album more than I do, so I respect it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I can agree with you in a way where, it sounded like you needed direction. I was about to say, like, you sound like you were telling like you probably needed an A&R to really executive produce over this thing, to really give him a little direction, or somebody give him some direction on this. And I can see that because that was the same type of complaints I used to have about Kendrick Lamar, because like I'm in the minority. Like I don't think Section 80 or Good Kid, Mad City is anything special. In fact, I think they're weak. I think they're both weak albums.
Yeah, I'm not gonna agree with you on that. I loved both of them. Section 80.
I mean, I never heard both of them. I only heard Damn, and Damn was fucking great album.
But it took To Pimp a Butterfly to really understand, because I think that's when Dre was going. He was overlooking that album, and the shit actually sounded. I was like, wait a minute, okay, this shit sounds like this shit sounds dope. Like, and then I think Dre's production complemented what he was doing, and I was like, and then that's when it hit the switch. I was like, yeah, that's what Kendrick needed. Like, he needed direction. Because Section 80 it didn't have it, and I was like, yo, this shit was low key trash to me. I couldn't get into it.
That's the thing. Certain artists need certain things at certain times, so I agree with that.
Yeah. So, but I can say, like I said, the potential is there. Like I said, I enjoyed the album. Like, I'd probably, if I had to give it a score, I'd probably give it. I was trying to say, do I want to give it a 7 or I want to give it an 8? I probably would give it 8 because, like I said, like the rapping talent was strong, and I did enjoy a good amount of the tracks on there. So, in the production, like I said, it was a little light though, but at least I can understand what he was trying to go for. And like I said, and like I said, it wasn't a struggle because, like I said, I mean, if dude was struggling over those production, I'd be like, yo, this shit is trash, like, flat out. But it wasn't like he was able to create a vibe where I was able to zone out while I was listening while I was working and shit, doing coding. So this is to me this was an 8, but he definitely has something. He definitely has a higher benchmark that he can try to improve on. Like, hopefully someone gets in this camp and be like, okay, look, this is what we're gonna do, and really like gives him a little bit more direction, because dude probably has a classic in him. Just have to, someone just has to bring it out.
I can respect that. Dope. I would actually give it a 7. Like you were debating to give it a 7 or 8, I would give it a 7. It was solid as hell. Dope. I enjoyed it. I don't think it's quite an 8.
I was saying the same thing in my head. Like, damn, like an 8.
The rapping was dope. Like, he could rap his ass off. So I'll give him that. And I enjoyed, most of the songs. Give or take a couple of songs that were like, I don't think any of the songs were like, okay, let me put it like this. I don't think any of the songs that my least favorite songs weren't like, okay, throw this shit in the trash, this is terrible, they should be left off. Like, the funny thing is, like, with the worst songs with Fabio and on Fabio's album, I felt like these shouldn't even be on the album. They should have just been left off.
Right.
With Denzel Curry's album, it was like some of those songs were like, it wasn't that they were trash or they should be left off, but it was just like forgettable, which honestly might be even worse. Like, it might be even worse, like, for be forgettable than trash. It's just like, it's just there. It's like, like, why am I listening to this?
Placeholder.
Skip.
Digital placeholder.
Yeah, it's just a placeholder. And like, I don't believe any songs on any album should be placeholders. Like, I don't subscribe to that theory of being a placeholder.
Right.
And the production was hit or miss, and honestly, the mixing was kind of off to me because I was playing it in my car, and I'm just like, the mixing kind of was like, like, I don't know.
Engineer couldn't keep up. Having this nigga mix lo-fi with 808s and shit.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know who engineered those tracks, but they left a little bit to be desired. A little bit to be desired on that. Because he would be like, it was like sometimes Denzel would drown out the beat, and I'm like, wait, what? Like,
yeah,
like, which is funny because I completely dislike the opposite. I hate when the beat drowns out the vocals, but then the vocals drowning out the beat is like completely like kind of annoying as well. Like,
to me, that's even worse because it's like it sounds like some home recorded shit, or it's just too high, like it's not normalized. So I feel you. Either way, like the mixing was kind of hit or miss.
So yeah, those are my only like lows about the album. Otherwise, I got no issues with it. He could rap. Songs, for the most part, most of them were dope. I've been playing them here and there. It doesn't. I can say it probably to me does not have as much replay value as the Fabio album. Like Fabio album I'll be playing for a while. Denzel Curry's album probably might fall off in another week or so.
You'll keep like 2 songs. That's it. Like,
especially with like Kendrick shit coming in and Future's album coming in. Like I'm sure Denzel's album will kind of just almost fall to the wayside a little bit. But for now, I'm enjoying it. I'll give it a 7.
now Pat's gonna enjoy it for the whole year because I think he gave it a 8.
I am.
And I'm glad Pat enjoyed it. So
yeah,
I'm still enjoying the Pusha album.
Yeah, I downloaded it. It's on a USB. It's on a USB drive somewhere. It's got a USB stick. It's gonna be going in my car. Yeah.
There we go. So it wasn't a waste of time. It wasn't no Tyson Fury Dillian White fight.
Wasted an undercard, wasted promotion, wasted
of everything.
Was it wasted of a poll tweet though? Major just bring that up real quick.
Oh no, definitely was not a waste of a poll tweet. And we'll conclude our hip hop talk for now because we definitely got in on the hip hop. So I'm glad we both got to listen to the albums, enjoy it. That was I would recommend them to both albums to everybody. So go listen to if you haven't listened to it yet, go listen to Fabio Foreign's Bible, Bible. I don't know why I'm spelling it out, but because he has an acronym.
What does the acronym stand for?
That's what I'm trying to figure out because I know didn't Killer Priest do basic instructions before leaving Earth?
Yeah.
I'm like, is this some Killer Priest shit? I don't know. I honestly don't know. But he has it like with the dots in B.I. like that thing. I'm like, all right, whatever. I didn't put much thought into it. But Bible and then Denzel Curry's Melt My Eyes, See Your Future. So those are the albums. If y'all want to check them out, I recommend it. Give them some spin.
With that title, I knew I was gonna listen to some mid. What the fuck is this? Like, all right, let me give it a chance.
Yeah.
I fuck with King P hip hop.
Yeah, I like it all. So But this will conclude our hip hop talks for the night.